Welcome to the NASCAR Live Chat with Hamm. If you don't know me, my name is David Hamm, 25-year NASCAR engine builder, recently retired about 6.5 months ago, owner of Hammscapes Landscaping Equipment Repair and Restorations. I was a 7-year jackman. Last time I did that was back in 2001, which seems like a very long time ago. But with me today, I have Melissa Neader, owner, proprietor, McDonald's?
Yeah, Mike and I, we've got 9 locations. Mike Neader and I have 9 locations of McDonald's in Iredell County.
Very cool. And we are over here at WAME 92.9 and 550 Brandon Marion Studio.
Right in the studio, sitting here talking about racing.
Right in the beautiful downtown Statesville,
right.
North Carolina. But you know what? Y'all know it's all season. We don't really have a lot going on for NASCAR. So we're going to talk about other things today.
Let's talk about a real little race car machine.
Yes.
So not long ago, Mike and I reached out to David, being the expert mechanic that you are. We had this new addition to our garage. We call it a McCoupe. Now it is a Sloop Coupe. You're going to have to help me talk about the engine part system, because all I know is it requires 1 gallon of gas. It will go 80 miles on that 1 gallon of gas. It is a hand throttle, no pedals, hand brake, rear wheel, swivelly little.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that one, because that was a new addition to our garage. Well, let me tell you a little backstory. How about a little backstory on this? A little backstory on this thing. So if you do tourism industry and you go travel in some big cities, maybe Miami, and there was out in Texas in that area.
Even Myrtle Beach, my son sent me a picture of Myrtle Beach. They have them now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's called a Sloop Coupe. And if you really want entertainment, look up Sloop Coupe fails, which my son Nick made sure to look up before we added this to our garage, to say, Mom, these are things that you should not do unless someone's filming you.
Right.
So keep this in mind, that you can lay them on their side.
They can.
Do not hit the curb at a high rate of speed, because they will flop.
Well, you know, there's things, you have to have about 40 acres to make them turn.
This was shocking to me, because when I first looked at this little craft, I was envisioning Shriners. You know, maybe just the idea of going through the parades, making these neat little turns. No, absolutely not. Right. It's swinging wide. I mean, I need like a football field.
There's no way you could do a donut.
No donuts. No, I mean, maybe a dozen donuts.
Maybe
a whole dozen of them. We could just swing it wide, clear out some shrubbery on the side of what?
Right. How about whenever we get a good ice storm or something, we're going to
get a little drift.
We're going to get out there and try to make it happen.
Oh, we got to do that.
Or at least drift.
Oh yeah.
Maybe do some.
That would be fun. We got the driveway for that.
Yeah, you do.
We do. We've got the driveway for that.
So it's like a little 50cc, I believe it is. It's 40 or 50. I think it's a 50cc. It's basically a scooter that's just had a body put on it.
Anyway, 2 seats.
And then 2 seats in it.
2 seats in it.
And then the 2 front wheels. Mm-hmm. So, but every time you see a scooter or a moped or whatever those things are called, on the streets, that's what it is.
And it's got about the power of that.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to race, even though I have a tendency in parades to pull up beside somebody. Mm-hmm. I was heckling a guy, in the Statesville parade. He had this really nice street bike. Mm-hmm. He pulls up beside me and I said, "Do you want to race?" He just looked at me like I was crazy and kicked it in and left me behind. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I was going to play, but
left you in the dust.
Left me in the dust. That's all right. I was lined up. I couldn't have gone anyway. Yeah. But I was dressed as Grandma. I was dressed as Grandma yesterday in that one. But little backstory on this craft, if you will. Yes. So several years back, there was an owner-operator for McDonald's convention. And the owner-operators were there and had an opportunity to buy raffle tickets. And this was back when Yeti coolers were coming out. Remember how everybody wanted a Yeti cooler?
Oh, yeah.
It was a fabulous cooler. Right. There was a Yeti cooler and a McCoupe, or the Sloop Coupe, and there was one other item, which I can't remember what that was at this time. But so the owner-operators had this chance to buy raffle tickets. They're about a $250 raffle ticket. Mm-hmm. The dollars were going to the Ronald McDonald Children's Charities. So owner-operators were buying these raffle tickets, money going to a great cause. And operator named John Harrison, he's got 11 McDonald's in Charlotte area. Mm-hmm. And he actually came up through this system with Mike. He was training with Mike's dad out in Cherryville and Lincolnton in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And then he came up through the system as an operator and ended up with 11 locations in Charlotte.
That's now?
Yeah, he's an operator down there in Charlotte now.
And y'all have 9 up
in
Iredell.
He's got 11 in Charlotte area.
Mecklenburg County,
he
I
does.
guess, Charlotte.
So back at that owner-operator convention, he got his tickets, and they were doing the drawing. They called out John's name. John was so excited. He thought he got the Yeti cooler.
Oh, yeah.
But he came out with a Sloop Coupe, a little small 2-seater vehicle, and that ended up in his garage. And Mike and I ran into him last year at the operator convention in Orlando, and I asked him, I said, do you still have that cute little car? And he said, I do. So I guess you could say I was very persistent. I wouldn't say browbeat or badger Mike, but I sure did ask an awful lot. It's like, we need a parade vehicle.
Yeah.
Because we've had let's talk parades. We've had the truck in it, we've had the trailer in it, we've had the Ranger in it.
Yes.
So it was time to add a new parade vehicle.
And you've had a few issues at times.
Oh, the issues.
I was
a little traumatized with parades.
Yes.
A little bit, because you were in Chillbillies. In that Quillen
2 years
parade
ago in Troutman, and we passed by you.
Yeah, we were broke
down
on the side of the road. I kind of learned that you should get the grass seeds out of your radiator from a Ranger before you put it in a 95-degree day parade at a slow rate of speed. Hey, we made it back. We made it through the parade, almost back.
Yeah.
We got off and pushed it out the door.
Well, you know what? You say that about the grain seeds. I had that same thing happen on my tractor because there was a screen in front of the radiator.
Sure. Yep.
And that screen had got packed with stuff when I was bush hauling.
Yeah, it just happens.
And then it just overheated my diesel tractor. But I got all.
But you weren't in a parade.
Clean the screen. No, it wasn't in a
parade.
I
was in a parade.
No, but I was out on a job, and I was like,
oh that's not good.
And it was miles and miles away. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to finish it. I was able to finish it.
The things that happen from grass seed.
Yes.
And engines.
Yes.
So you rely on your engine on so many vehicles, or you can consider them a coupe.
And right quick, y'all are probably wondering why I'm wearing this silly hat. This is actually what I wore in the parade yesterday that we had in Statesville. Thank you. We had that's a big parade.
That's a big hat.
Yes, big hat. Very big hat. 2 years ago when we were in the Christmas parade, they didn't have it last year because of the rain, the weather, or whatever.
It was right. It was windy.
And this one, I brought the hat back out, and of course my jacket and my Tribute to the Troops shirt.
He's loved the parade so much, you're just going to keep it on all day?
And then I wore it again today. It is what it is. So
I think you've been parading up and down the street all night.
I actually walked up and down a few times this morning, but I was on the Tribute to the Troops parade.
We drove right by you.
And I said, I didn't see you.
You didn't see me?
No.
How could you miss me?
Were you on the other side or the side I was on?
We went down the wrong road first because we couldn't fit down our road. So, I was dressed as the old lady.
The Tribute to the Troops is Rocky Lynn started this deal 16 years ago.
Did.
And over the past 16 years, he has sent 72, it's hard to say children, to college.
Right.
But they have raised over $700,000. Yes, from the Gold Star families, they've raised over $700,000 to send these kids to college. Yep. If you don't know what a Gold Star family is, it's a from the military that we've lost in battle or whatever.
Right. During active duty.
Yes.
Lost the life, and these children have lost their family members so close to them, and with that they've lost hope in some cases, and this opportunity with Tribute to the Troops brings in dollars to help them fulfill their dreams, to move forward with their life. And they've got the backing of not just the family, but a lot of us Americans, the patriotism. Let's talk about Tribute to the Troops, raising them up. I mean, Rocky Lynn does tremendous work with this organization. It is, and I was glad to see them in the parade and just sharing the information. A lot of people don't even know about Tribute to the Troops. So with that, it just brings awareness to it. So get behind that. I'm glad to see you still wear it. Wear it all week.
That's right.
Leave it on all week.
Anytime there's like a holiday or memorial or any kind of stuff that has to do with military, you'll see me wearing this right here.
And the hat for the parades. Can't beat
And the hats for the parades.
I've got a big hat like that. If I had known,
you'd have worn.
I would have worn my hat. Then we could have been twins.
So yours is a McDonald's.
It is a McDonald's large hat. Yeah. You should see me bringing that one back in the airlines.
I should.
I had to fold it back. It came from the Orlando convention.
Oh, yes.
Large hat.
Oh, so the McCoupe, did that come from
That did
Charlotte?
not come from, no, it was at
Or was it in Orlando?
No, it was a different one.
Oh, okay.
But it was, but I saw the owner of the McCoupe in Orlando enough to keep asking him and asking, but I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Persistence pays off. So
I would say she's very persistent.
Once I get my mind set on something, it's like my little engine is roaring, moving forward with that. So might be a small engine, but it's mighty.
Very cool. Yes.
So with that, though, we brought it home in August, and we kind of kept it a secret from everyone because we wanted to debut it in the Christmas parades this year. But since you are a neighbor, when we're driving distance as well, we kind of thought, this has got to have a tune-up. It's been sitting in a garage, I don't know how long. And the thing is, I was looking at this McCoupe, and I'm like, I don't even know where the gas cap was, and that was our first challenge. So we rolled this thing up. We cranked it up, and which to me, it's got the ignition. It's got to turn. Okay, so when I sit down the seat, there's several steps you got to go through. You're just going to screw up.
You got to pull the brake.
You got to pull the brake, turn the ignition. And there is a kill switch that I keep forgetting about the kill switch. You sit there and grind on that thing way too long.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to grind like kill the batteries.
No, you don't want to do that.
No. So ignition on, grab the brake, and then make sure you kill switch it on, and you just stump start. And I'm like, it doesn't fire up with a roar, but it cranks up. It's ready to go.
Quiet.
It was kind of quiet.
It rumbles, but it's quiet.
It is. So I'm like, you know what? I really want to make sure this thing is roadworthy. So what do? You take it to a NASCAR mechanic because it's that racing engine in it.
Yes, and you hope that it's roadworthy. It is air cooled.
Oh, so let's talk about.
It's not exactly made to sit still.
No, we found that out.
Yeah.
That's okay. But you went through it.
Yeah.
Looked like it was running well. We put fresh gas in. What did you do to it while you had it?
I put fresh gas. I put fuel filter. I put a spark plug.
A spark plug. One.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I topped off the brake fluid.
That was good. It's like so the left hand is the rear brake and the right hand is the front.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Correct. And that one was lower, which just basically means the pad's getting a little bit warmer.
It stops even now. You did a good job with that.
Yeah,
it's not pulling.
Yeah. That should be good.
Yeah, it was good. It was really. It stops great.
And
It stops great.
It stops. So. But we'll have to wire in an auxiliary fan.
Let's talk a little bit about that fan. Yeah. So we had lined up to be in 4 parades within, oh my gosh, we've done all 4 now. A little over 3 of them were in 1 week. So we're still in that same tank of gas. Yeah. Seriously.
So you have Mooresville, Troutman.
We started out with Mooresville, with a pretty long one.
On the same tank of gas.
And Harmony, yes. And then we hit Troutman on Saturday, and then yesterday, Sunday, was the Statesville parade. So we just rolled that thing in with the truck and trailer, offload it. It bounced around a little bit, so we put a tire chalk and screwed it to the wooden base of the trailer, so that secures it in with, and you got your come along. Yeah. Just snugged it up. Yeah. So transport was cool, and not to mention the number of broken necks that you get when you're going down the road with that behind you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you get a lot of lifts.
Yeah, it's like wow. So yeah, you can't miss that.
Also replaced the hinges on the trunk lid.
Oh, now that was crazy.
It's got a pretty cool trunk lid. It pops up.
It does.
But the new hinges didn't quite fit exactly right, so I had to kind of chip out a little bit of the paint or the.
See, I couldn't even tell that.
Yeah, I try to make it look as good as possible.
Yeah, it looked great.
They were pretty near.
Pretty near. It was pretty near. Yep. Yeah, it worked fine for me. It's gonna say the trunk doesn't fly off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would make sure it was secured on.
Didn't want to leave it going down the road.
Yeah, but
we need to get another key for that.
While I'm thinking about it. Oh, another key, yes. And there was a key in the seat that I might tell you that I found that extra key, but
no, really?
That's another story. Yeah.
That's another story.
Yeah, I think I set it back in there.
Oh boy.
It might have been a previous owners, but
we need to find that other key.
But yeah, if y'all want to talk about NASCAR or anything, feel free to go ahead and put it on there. And I will be listening in tonight on this chat at 7:30. I'll be tuning in, and I can sit here and comment back and forth.
Oh yeah.
And so on and so forth. But we're just kind of filling y'all in a lot of stuff we got going on here in Statesville, North Carolina, if y'all ever want to come visit. And I know some of you have, but we have all kinds of great local businesses, locally owned, just like listen.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of times you'll see the McDonald's, and it's worldwide recognized symbol, of course. Yeah. But a lot of people don't realize that those businesses are owned and operated by local folks. It's like that's our family business.
Right.
You've got Mike. Well, 4 out of the 5 of us of our family work in McDonald's, and it keeps me volunteering in the community and doing shows like I just did when you joined in at WAME, the Motivational Monday with Melissa.
Yes.
And David and I kind of connect up on so many different levels, not just the McCoupe, which came in very handy. Yeah. But it's really cool when you and when you start talking with folks in a community, I think it's really cool how the overlap of businesses and residents and community and even the racing industry overlaps into so many other businesses. And the hospitality industry, it all works together, and when one does well, they all do well.
Right.
So it's so much overlap.
Yeah.
And I can, without you putting on a fan to so we're going back to that again.
Yeah.
So this was something I just learned yesterday.
For the July parade, you definitely.
We talked about this engine with the Sloop Coupe not being able to handle the temperature. Yeah, air cooled.
And it's enclosed.
Well, we found out yesterday, David, that it didn't handle the 40-some degrees we had yesterday on the hills because of the fact we were creeping along. We were moving so slowly that I knew the signs because it's happened to me in the Ranger, various pieces of equipment over time. They don't like going slow. Air cooled, obviously, you're creeping along.
And I add another thing to that. Whenever you have that clutch, you have that belt that's turning the clutch in there. Yeah. And then that could be transferring some heat into it also on top of that, especially if you're having to ride it up a hill.
That's where we really ran into the problem. So we started out of our spot on the back streets, creeping out so slowly. I'm like, this isn't good. This thing's going to want to go. So, and you couldn't cut it off because you were moving just enough not to cut it off in the lineup of the parade. And I realized too, we've got hills with the Statesville parade. The other ones were just pretty much straight shot. We went out, we kept going, and I didn't have to crank up until it was my time to roll.
Right.
Different yesterday, we cranked up, it was running, we were going slow. I was hardly even hitting throttle at all. So it was all those elements.
Elements.
Variables. It was stacking up. I'm like, this isn't going to be pretty.
Yeah.
So Grandma was in the driver's seat. It had a reindeer in the passenger seat, so Grandma got run over by the reindeer.
That was great how you played it off.
Well, I had to do something there too because the reindeer ended up having to push the McCoupe partway through. About halfway through, I was losing power tremendously. I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? So I said, reindeer, which is my daughter. Yeah. I said, you got to get out and push. She's like, what? I said, get out and push. I said, it's dying. And it did. We lost power about halfway through. I could feel it. And my back started getting hot. Your engine's right behind. I'm like, this isn't good. It's not good at all.
Did it ever start back up again?
I left it alone for a little while because I had reindeer power. And reindeer's boyfriend was sitting near the Civic Center. I said, grab the boyfriend. I said, we're going to push. So Grandma played it off as in, since the reindeer ran her over, reindeer's got to push the coupe. So Grandma was getting even with the reindeer. And then the boyfriend just had to give it a little extra push. Because that thing, what's it weigh? 700, 800 pounds maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I don't either, but it was more than...
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, especially uphill.
It ran over my foot one time when I was pushing it, and I'm like, because it don't have reverse.
No, there's no reverse.
So you really have to push it.
There was no forward yesterday either.
And
that's okay. I had reindeer power.
So you play Grandma.
I played Grandma.
And I don't know, I think you talked about that earlier, but but you dress up in your McDonald's outfit.
I do. I vary depending on the holiday, the day, the event.
Well, tell my friends you can find where they can find you in other places, like on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, just look up Melissa Neader. So it's Melissa Neader.
Yes, because you want to see some of her videos. They're pretty fun.
David shows up in several.
Yes.
And he's not embarrassed either. I'm kind of proud of David. No. He just doesn't shy away from the tutus. That's right. You've been in various things with him.
I have been. I actually jogged, or I say jogged. I was running, whatever.
Yeah, you were in motion.
I was in motion. I was in a marathon, believe it or not.
You were in a marathon.
Oh gosh. It was was it a 4K or 5K?
It was 5K. It was a 5K marathon
3 miles
for David.
Or something like that. But I ran some of it.
Did it feel like, it felt a little farther. It was uphill both ways.
It did.
It was the Dale Beatty Memorial 5K for Purple Heart Home.
Yeah, Purple Heart
But you completed that. I cheered you on when you came back.
Yep.
And he had a matching tutu. Because I challenged you.
I did. I had a purple tutu and purple shirt. And,
and
red, white, and blue.
It was red, white, and blue.
That was the one. When did I wear a purple one though? There was another one.
You need to look back. I wasn't
involved
with the purple.
I could be wrong. Well, I did wear a pink one. And
That's
that
true.
was for Cindy Atkins. We did a 5K.
Right. See, it's all about.
I ran that.
It's all about the charities. The things you'll do. The big hats. The costumes.
Well, it's because I care. And you know what? The other thing is, if I can, my contribution to society. And a lot of people laugh at me, whatever. But if I can make somebody smile or laugh, I mean, in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're not laughing at David. We're laughing with him.
Right. That's it.
So you've had the skills. You've worked hard. You've contributed to so many different industries, and now you're contributing. In so many other ways.
Yeah. And I really enjoy it. So
what I want to do though is be able to see how your mind works and be able to because you can take a look at any engine.
Yeah.
From the old tractor ones that were laying in parts. I mean, these parts in your garage.
Oh yeah, there's parts everywhere.
I mean, but you can put them back with nothing left over.
Yeah.
That's what gets me. It's like, so I trust you with the McCoupe.
Well, I started out that way from early childhood. I mean, I would take
taking
stuff
things
apart.
apart.
Yeah, I remember taking apart a little electric car when I was very young.
And everywhere.
And just just learning how it worked and what made the wheels turn. And
so you've been doing that your whole life. You've been taking things apart and putting them back together.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, though.
And what's funny is I actually started out, I was going to go into computer engineering. So I started out going to get a degree in computer engineering.
And you ended up just putting some tires on that.
But I was like, you know what? Yeah, the computer. Maybe I could have tied them together.
Put them tied together. It's still not too late.
I could have actually made a automatic lawnmower or something, you know, motorized, or not motorized, but automatic, you know,
and you can debut that with Hamscapes.
Yeah, sit there with a remote control and mow my grass.
Mow your grass.
Yeah, and bring it out for Hamscapes. But
there's nothing. It's not too late. You got the knowledge in there.
Yeah.
The hat doesn't constrict it.
I know, right?
I
had to have a big hat to have room for my brain, you know.
Is that what it is?
Not my big head, but my brain.
It's keeping it right there.
Yeah.
Keeps it all contained.
Yeah.
And all that knowledge.
No, the guys give me a hard time. Because doing hash, my other fellow chillbillies give me a hard time about.
They give you a hard time about everything.
The mega mind, yeah.
The mega mind.
Yeah.
They're just jealous. Is that what it is?
You know, and I started to say that this morning when Billy was saying that on the radio. I started to say, you know, don't hate me because you ain't me.
Oh, that's pretty. Don't hate me because you ain't me?
Yes.
Hey,
there you go.
Cool.
You can use that.
Why not?
I know, right?
See, that's pretty good.
Yes.
So can you put a fan on that car?
Absolutely.
So we completed all 4
parades. Wire in a switch, and then you can, you know, flip it on and off when it's needed.
Tell me now, on this vehicle, since it went through that yesterday, it did crank back up on the lower part of it after we pushed it up the hill, coasted down the hill. So what am I looking at now? Have I got any damage to this? Will we know until you unhinge the trunk?
Maybe not. I mean, sometimes it happens whenever something gets really hot, that it could just it'll start losing power, and then it just gets where it's not wanting to run. Hopefully it didn't damage anything. Hopefully there's plenty of oil in there, and there was plenty of oil.
You went through it, and there was no indication.
There, so we were good on that.
At the end, I didn't want to run it long, but I ran it long enough to let them quit pushing and load it back up on the trailer.
Yeah.
And then we rolled it to the house. We didn't even fire it back up again. So do you want to, should we just leave it alone, right? Don't mess with it now?
Yeah, I'll wire in the fan. I'll drive it some, make sure it's okay.
You can ride it back down to the house?
Yeah.
Man, I hit a pothole in that thing though. You should not hit a pothole with a rear single wheel.
No. I got one in my driveway. And
I think it was your driveway. I may have found that on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's okay. That little spinal compacting, it was all good.
So it's to the right of the driveway, so it kind of stays to the left when you're coming.
I was learning. That was the first time I actually drove it.
Yeah.
Because you normally drive things to straddle. It's really hard to straddle on 3 wheels. You might miss it with the front, but you're going to catch it on the back side of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. But is there a suspension on that thing?
There's a little bit. It's kind of the same suspension as you have on a little scooter, but it's not necessarily made for the little bit heavier body. So.
And what is that thing supposed to top out at speed-wise?
I think it was like 40 or 35, 40.
I think I got
45 maybe.
Oh, we need to kind of clock that thing too. I'm not quite sure. We need to clock it. I'm not quite sure that speedometer is. Not that I want to race something. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Not like I'm going to, all over the place. Yeah. I'm going to the grocery store.
Take it down our street there and see how fast it'll go.
We can street race.
Yeah, let's do that.
Street race.
I can race you on it. You know what? Oh man, I just got rid of that thing. I had a little mini bike. Yeah, with a little 5 horsepower Briggs engine.
That would be a little more fair.
Yeah,
but
I sold it.
Oh,
I sold it at our yard sale that time. The big
I remember that. We had a community yard sale. You sold that.
And I was hoping nobody would buy it, but they ended up buying it.
But the things you don't want to sell. Well, why'd you put it in there to begin with?
I need to get rid of it.
Clearing out space.
I've got so much stuff. I've got a little 80cc motorcycle.
Is it put back together?
Yeah, the motorcycle runs. Motorcycle's good.
Maybe you could, I don't know, put a little more horsepower in mine? Racing engine in that one?
Maybe. Oh, I could, yeah.
See,
we could
build
definitely
that one?
hook it up.
We can build it up.
Take the engine off and go through that thing.
Man, I'll talk about that.
So,
hug a curve.
Yes.
That would be interesting.
I want to see how it will go around a circle track. How fast I can get it up.
A huge circle track.
And yeah, it will have to be a very big one, that's for sure.
Yeah, because so many people want rides in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
So many things.
They do. Some of the things, all right, our friend Terry Quinn sent this.
I know
Terry. Yeah. She said, this is advice from an old farmer, and I'm just going to go through about 5 of these.
Since you got the hat on.
Yeah.
Let's hear some advice.
That's right.
Advice is good.
Your fences need to be horse high, pig tight, and bull strong.
Wait a minute. Horse high, pig tight, bull strong? Bull strong. Be careful with that when you say that one. Bull strong. Leans on it.
Yeah.
Bull strong. Bull.
So if a bull leans on it.
Pig strong.
Yeah.
No. Pig tight.
And pig tight. I think that means like.
Yeah, because pigs try to weasel their way through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they try to, yeah.
So, that could go true in many things in life, too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
Dot your I's and cross your T's and
that's right.
Cover all your bases. You can never overcompensate.
There you go. You're pig tight. Pig tight.
Yeah.
I like this. So horse high. Yeah, that's definitely keep your mess corralled in. Got to keep them corralled in because if you let it out, it's a lot harder to get them back once they get out. So horse high, pig tight, and bull strong.
All right. And speaking of horses, what's up with all the horse signs keep disappearing on?
Our horse signs are gone again. Why do people take our horse signs? Because we got horses out there. They cross the road too.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day I could come up with a way of making it where they couldn't take the screws out.
Let me ask you this, just because you're all right. So with the highway department, they're putting the signs up on it. You know that costs money, and to put the signs back up. Why are we not using a washer of some sort on the back side?
Yeah, something to lock.
Yeah.
The nut instead of somebody getting out with a wrench.
Right, and dropping it real quick. And because I see the washers when I'm mowing. Big old.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, they're laying on the ground. So somebody jumps out, takes it off, and grabs it on and goes. So come up. All right,
we'll
Mr. Fix It.
Yes.
Come up with something.
All right, I'm going to get on that. All right, so here's another one. Keep skunks and bankers at a safe distance. Keep skunks and bankers at a distance. Now, I don't know about bankers, though. I mean, does that mean don't go and get loans? Or?
I think from that aspect is ones that, you got to keep them at a safe distance. It's all right if you see them, but you got to keep a good relationship with them.
Yeah, because you never know when you
might need one. So that's one way to look at it.
When I hear about bankers, I always think about the It's a Wonderful Life movie, whenever they had to...
Well, this time of year, too.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
This time of year, it's in your head on that. So much banking is done online, but your skunks are still real. Those skunks are so real.
Oh, gosh, yes. All right, life is simpler when you plow around the stump.
Plow around it.
The stump.
Yes. So, I know a little bit about that.
Don't make things harder than they need to be.
Right. And if you see something in your way right there, you got to decide if it's necessary. You may just want to go around it.
You may just want to go around it. It might just be quicker.
Sometimes it's just too much trouble to deal with it at that time.
Right, because how many more pieces of corn are you going to get if you plant it right there where that stump would be?
That's right. And how long it'd take you to get that stump out otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
So I rented I rented a mini excavator and dug up 12 stumps on my property.
When did you have that?
It's been a couple years ago.
I got you. So
it's been 2 years ago.
Okay. Well, let me know. I've got a stump that needs to come out, and it's in a spot that I can't quite get the big tractor out.
I'm kind of a big deal when it comes to digging up stumps,
Digging up stump.
Digging up.
That's like a country song right there.
But what it does on it?
Digging up stumps. They're digging up bones or something. Randy Travis.
Digging up bones. 1982.
Oh, awesome. See? Back in the day.
I remember I got the cassette tape up in the mountains. It was a bootleg tape, but I got it.
So still got it.
1982.
That's a good guy. I don't blame you. I like Randy Travis. Good country music.
Yes. But I need to get one of those for the back of my tractor.
If you do, you just call it. Yep.
Yeah.
Put a little weight on the front.
A bumblebee is considerably faster than a John Deere tractor. Speaking of tractors. Yeah, that's...
Indeed. Sure. Sometimes, yeah.
So when I go out and do my bush hogging and stuff, I'm like, I have these military jackets, and it's like this, and I've got it all tied up here.
The thing is, with the bees, you can find them in the ground or hanging in the tree.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because you got those paper wasps, and yellow jackets are one that's wicked. Yeah, them yellow jackets in the ground.
Yeah, they're ferocious.
And you're right, they're faster than a tractor.
And the last one, words that soak into your ears are whispered, not yelled.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Whisper. That's good.
Words that soak into your ears are whispered, not yelled. So they can be just a little gentle
thing. Good reminders on that.
Yes.
Sometimes I get told I'm a little loud.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay.
You're okay.
It's all right.
It's good for me, old people that's been around
What?
Nascar.
Yeah, it does. It does impact. So you can definitely hear me, I'm sure. But if you need me to, if you want it to stick, I'll whisper.
Oh, no, you're fine.
You're good? Okay.
Thought nothing of it. You're doing great. All right, so anything else you want to talk about here?
Wow, it's really cool though, the connections and hanging out and doing this, and your radio shows and your NASCAR. This is good stuff.
I really enjoy these people on here, my friends.
Well, tell me more about those friends.
All right, so my friends are, and I'm not going to name because I don't want to miss
there's
anybody.
So many, I'm sure.
But I'll just tell you some of them.
Yeah, the connections.
I have friends in Florida.
Okay.
I have friends in Indiana, friends in Oklahoma, friends in Charlotte, friends in Ohio.
Cool. Okay.
Virginia, Idaho. I mean, all over the place that tune in here.
So it's all connected by NASCAR?
Yes, I have a page on Facebook called NASCAR Country.
Yep.
And that is the page that kind of ties with my YouTube channel, which is DHammiam. And if you're listening to this on podcast,
what are you, Dr. Seuss?
It's Hamm the Engine Man. Yeah, exactly. That's where I got that idea from. That.
And the thing is, it's really cool about your last name is, you can do a lot with it. Your ham and cheese.
Yes.
Some of the other
hamburgers. Green eggs and ham.
And you were our Hamburglar, don't forget.
Hamburglar, yes.
You was our Hamburglar at our grand opening of our Signal Hill McDonald's up there on Signal Hill Drive in Statesville. David came as a Hamburglar. We our customized real live Hamburglar.
Yep.
I mean, nobody else has that. I mean, talk about local marketing.
It actually has the name Hamm.
That's right.
And I know I mentioned that a little while back. I said, hey, we should have a Hamburglar, and I said I could be the Hamburglar.
Exactly.
And
you did it.
Hamma burger.
Hamma. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, and then it's like we've got the Neader. We need her.
Yeah.
So there we go.
That's right.
It's the play of names, but it's also it sticks with you. That's so cool though. You've got folks around the country, all tied.
Yep. But that page is kind of how we stay connected, and of course I have my podcast is Hamm the Engine Man. So that's where I'll put this on that podcast.
So you've got podcast, Facebook, radio, street corner with the megaphone.
I can.
Parades.
Oh, parades with the microphone.
With the microphone.
The big PA system.
Yeah, there's so many ways to project. Get it out there. All right. So you can't hide from the public.
I can't.
No,
I'm all over the place.
Even if you delete it, you're still there. Hamm you are.
Yeah.
You are the Hamm man.
I'll get DHammiam on Instagram, and we also have the
DHammiam on Instagram. Okay.
Well, I was going to do HammiAm, but it was taken, I believe, at the time back then. Yeah, somebody
used up all the ham.
Somewhere along the way, yeah. So I needed to have my own brand, so I just
put
brand
of
D
Hamm
on there.
Hamm brand.
That way I could cover everything.
You got it covered.
All my social medias are DHammiam.
The branded of the Hamm man.
Yes.
The Hamm man brand. Wow.
But,
say that one 10 times fast.
Amateur brand. You can check out WAMEradio.com, and that kind of links to all of our different shows
that we have
here. Is that what?
Is that where it starts?
Well, the WAMEradio.com.
Yeah, and it spreads out from there?
Yeah, because if you have a question about any of our Facebook pages, they're all linked on that website. Any of our events that we have going on, they're all linked on there. A lot of stuff going. There's a calendar for the town of Statesville, and there's a link on our website for that calendar, so you can see what's going on in Statesville.
Is there a quiz at the end?
We have, no.
Okay.
I could do that, though.
You should. Take a trivia.
On there.
Trivia is cool.
Trivia is
NASCAR is loaded with such cool trivia.
Oh, absolutely.
My gosh.
And, my buddy Beerman's got a board game that he came out with many, many years ago. I'm going to try to get a copy of that. No, it's his, I can't remember. All right, so whenever he started at the team, the Mellow Yellow team, the Sapco, and that's where I started my job at, back in the day of, Kyle Petty driving that car or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a game that he came out with. And I'm trying to remember the name of the game. I don't know, it was fourth turn, it was something.
Okay, but it had to do with trivia from racing?
But it was trivia.
Current?
It was a trivia game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's not current now.
Not now, no. But at that time.
Yeah, 92, 93, I believe it was.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so that game, he still has some copies of those, so I'm going to try to get a copy of
it. Yeah, dig some of that back up again.
And then bring out, so he asked me a question last week. He said, can you run roller cams in NASCAR? And I said, yes. Because up until 5 years ago or so, you couldn't run a roller cam in the Cup Series, but we run them in the Busch Series for many, many years, in Xfinity now. But the answer to his question on his game was no, because it was old. It was from 1993.
Well, that's interesting, too.
Everything was flat tappet back then. But see, I went through the evolution of the engine from 25 years ago till now.
Well, it is, and
it's
that ties to every other business. So like when you're talking about speaking with other businesses, how things changed. And I do a lot of McDonald's trivia and things like that, because years ago I did a trivia question that said, does McDonald's deliver? This was several years ago. Of course, now you got Uber and DoorDash and all that.
You know what's funny about that? I actually said that a couple years ago. I was like, you know what we need to do? We need to deliver fast food.
Exactly.
And now
it happens.
Yeah.
But in some of the big cities, they were doing it by bicycle. So the trivia question I was asking was, does McDonald's deliver? And of course, around here, several years ago, and we still have not quite as much as the Uber Eats and things like that. But there is Uber Eats and DoorDash. But then, it's been about 10 years ago. So there wasn't that opportunity for the apps. But there were some bicycle delivery services in cities that would do that for you. So
I can see doing that and getting your exercise too.
They could be the Hamm delivery.
I could be, and then I could take my harmonica and play for anybody.
And that one, you could use the McCoupe. Put the fan on it.
The McCoupe,
yeah. You could
we can get them,
get that engine cooled down.
If we can get them legal and get a tag on it and all that.
Because you can't outrun them. Or you have to make it to where you can outrun. I don't think it'd outrun.
Right.
Yeah, the hills would get me.
Yeah, that's true. So
I got you off your track. I thought that's what I'm good for.
No, that's fine.
Keep you on the track. Get it? NASCAR keep you on track.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
Never heard that before. I'm sure.
Never
at all. Get your engine running.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah, so you have the 9 McDonald's here in Iredell County.
We do.
And so what's your favorite one? I'm just kidding.
We started out in Mooresville.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that I was employed at because I was the landscaper on the outside of it. It's how I ended up on the inside. So
yeah, because you met Mike.
Right. I was at a gas station fueling up because I ran equipment is what I did at that time. This was back in 1989. I was a landscaper foreman. I worked for a company in Mooresville at that time, and I did the mowing accounts. And Mike was a supervisor for McDonald's, which was his dad, and they needed a maintenance company to come in and prune red tips, mow, all about that kind of thing, the maintenance end. So I did that end, and he was at a gas station in Mooresville, and I was too, and he saw the name on my shirt for the company and the phone number. This was before cell phones, of course.
Yeah.
So he called the company, got a quote from the company I was working for, and he said, sure. So long story short, I added 2 accounts to I had like 48 a week I maintained. So I added 2 more, Cornelius McDonald's and Moore's McDonald's in North Carolina here, and added those to it. And I happened to have an issue. The fuel line clamp.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the walk behind mower, mine was losing pressure, so I was starting to drip around the fuel filter.
Yep.
So I was leaking gas down the side of it. I couldn't run that mower. There's no sense in it. I had a zip tie, which wasn't it just wasn't doing the job. So I asked Mike.
Zip tie.
Yeah, it was not working. So I asked him because he had parts in his vehicle. I said, "Do you happen to have a clamp?" Because I knew it works on refrigeration in the stores too, some clamps on that. But didn't have the right size. But what he did have was conversation. And else he had on was a sticker that said Harley Davidson on the back of his Blazer at that time.
Oh.
Long story short, yeah.
You were hooked.
I said, when are you going to take me on a ride? Ended up on the bike. About 4 months later, we were married and buying McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
So it all happened whirlwind. So that's how I ended up with arches on me. But I still like time on the tractor.
And Mike's a huge Ford racing fan, or he loves his Ford.
He likes he does.
He's got a Mustang, 500. He's got
a Shelby up there.
Shelby.
Yeah, 2010.
He's got a Bronco.
He's got a 74 Bronco.
He's got a Econoline truck. What was the truck?
Oh my gosh, that's the one I like to drive. It's a 1968 F100, 3 in a tree. Yeah. And that's the one I put in shows. Yeah.
And he's got a Fairlane, right?
Yeah, 66.
66
Fairlane, because it reminds him of what he had in high school.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, yeah, a little bit of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of horsepower. A lot of black marks in the driveway.
Yeah.
A lot of black marks in the driveway. Oh, yeah. We pass that on to our son.
Yeah, it sounds like
it. A little bit. You can hear us.
How can you tell him not to do that?
Yeah, when both his parents out there. Yeah.
Yes.
So, because that's one thing, you can't tell your kid not to do it.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it. Best there. See, parenting advice, engine topics,
got all kinds of
local
stuff
business.
going on.
We got some ties going on here. Yeah. I'll just have to bring the matching hat next time.
Yes, we'll do that next time. Hat. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been such a great time.
It's a lot of fun.
I really appreciate it.
I'm glad to do it.
And we'll do this again.
I'd love it.
Next time maybe we'll be outside on a nice sunny day.
Not looking so sunny right this minute.
It's rainy right now still, but it's all good. We got all kinds of businesses around here in Statesville, all kinds of stuff going on. We got 2 breweries now. I think that's it for now. Well, we got another one coming in the bicycle shop.
Yeah, there's all sorts. And there's really cool stuff that goes on downtown too.
Yeah.
hanging out with you.
Yeah, hanging out with me.
Hanging out with Hamm.
Pumpkin Fest.
Yeah.
We actually did MC with the radio station. Me and Billy MC'd for
You
Pumpkin
did that one.
Fest, so that was a good time.
There is.
All kinds of music. Love
Yeah.
music. So y'all can tune in every Thursday and Friday right here on 92.9. We always have live bands in on
Those are
Thursdays and
good.
Fridays. And then
That's
we have Little Tom Frankie show on Wednesday evenings. And then we got Billy Buck Morning Show from 6 to 10 every day, Monday through Friday.
Motivational Monday with Melissa. Self-plug.
Absolutely, yes.
Second, third, and fourth Monday of the month, I'm in here hanging out
Oh,
with
it's the
Billy.
fourth also.
I added
I was
another
wondering,
one.
you were like 2 in a row there. And
I was
like, how'd that
sneaking in
happen?
here. I
Really?
had so many cool guests. I bring in folks that are doing things in the community, and there is nothing like sharing those positives. People are so quick to complain and gripe, and
Yes,
let's
they
find
are.
something good about a situation.
Yes.
Or do something about it. Don't just sit there and complain. Do
Yeah.
something.
I know. One of my favorite things
So-
I always say is, it could always be worse. And if I'm listening
Right.
to somebody complain,
Well, you've got a positive attitude.
I'm like, listen, it could always be worse.
Right, and there's a way to fix it. If it's messed up, there is a way to fix it.
There is.
There is. There's something you can
That's
do
what
about
I've always, obviously I fix things, and well,
But
say
that your mind
obviously,
kind of
but
works like that.
It does.
It does. It's like there's a
So-
way to repair something. You're not just going to stand there and gripe about it. What are you going to do? Yell at your engine?
Right.
Behave? Run? No.
I know.
Well, I was yesterday.
Well,
in a
and that
parade.
happens.
Cool yourself. Cool yourself.
I know when it happens, you get so frustrated and
You
think,
do.
oh, this is just the end of the world.
You do. You
and-
kind of shut down right in that
Yeah,
moment.
in
When
that
things
moment.
aren't going well, it
and
is
then that's
bad.
the difference. Some people
You
do that.
You do that. Yeah. You
They
decide
shut down.
at that moment,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with this?
Right.
What are you going to do with
So
it?
my mind automatically starts thinking, okay,
All right. Break it down.
This isn't positive. It's not doing any good. What can I do to fix this
Fix
situation
it.
right now?
Yeah. Because you're going to make it worse by, sitting there griping at it.
Yeah.
Tearing
And
it
then
up.
you're going to get stressed, and then you're just going to drain your energy. Then you're really not going to
Get
be
out and
worth
push it.
anything. Your brain's going to get tired.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just got to get out and push it, no
Get out
matter
and
what
push
it is.
Wave that wand. Smack
Horse
them if
high
they have to.
fences.
Yeah.
Horse high fence.
Oh, and you know
horse
what?
high, pig tight, bull strong.
That's exactly right.
See, tie it
That's
all
where
together.
that ties. Yeah, it all ties back into
Yeah.
it. So, all right. So thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like
Yeah.
if you like it, and don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit that bell notification. So
Just
to
don't
be
hit
tuned
David.
in for future episodes.
That's right. Come back and do it all again.
Maybe I'll just do this every Monday night. I'll do a different. Like I always do my Monday night
Right.
NASCAR chats, but now that season's over with,
There's still stuff to talk about.
there's still plenty of stuff going on. to
That's
talk
right.
about,
The
so-
stumps in the plowing field. Go
Oh
around.
yeah, there's always something.
There's always something to talk about.
A week's worth of stuff to talk about.
You call me and I always come up with
Years
something to
worth
talk
of
about.
stuff. Yes.
And if you
I'll
run out
do
something
that.
to say, just call Melissa.
Yeah.
It's not just
I have
motivation, it's
nothing
mouthy
today.
Melissa.
I'll get Melissa.
That's right. So let's keep talking.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
again.
you for me. I'm glad you let me in the door.
Oh,
Invited
yeah. I'm glad you stuck around. Thanks a lot. All right, we'll see y'all.